I am Tony Parker from the San Antonio Spurs.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers.
I'm Nick Young. You tune in to Kicks on Court.
Hey again, everyone, and welcome back to Kicks on Court Weekly Recap for the last time in April. I'm your host, George Kill, and on today's show, we hear from the Los Angeles Lakers that partially influenced Steph Curry's decision to join Under Armour. Plus, Steph Curry himself sheds light on the partnership, and we get an up-close look at the newest shoe in Golden State's locker room. But first, we give you a series-by-series breakdown of the Kicks on Court highlights on the West Coast. In the Blazers-Rockets series, LaMarcus Aldridge was the standout both performance-wise and with the kicks as he scored 40-plus points in games 1 and 2 in a playoff Nike Hyperposit exclusive. Adidas has a big presence in this series as well, with Dwight Howard debuting a new colorway of the D Howard 4, plus Damian Lillard and Jeremy Lin wearing Crazy Quick 2 lows. We also spotted a new Concord-esque Jordan Mellow M10 in the Mavs vs. Spurs series thanks to Kawhi Leonard. The biggest Jordan sneaker debut is credited to Russell Westbrook, who became the first player to wear the Air Jordan 29 in 2 colorways, while Mike Miller and Courtney Lee laced up the Sonic Yellow LeBron 10 Low and the Jumpman Team 1 in the same series respectively. And the Warriors-Clippers series was dominated by debuts, with Blake Griffin in the Jordan Superfly 2 PO, Chris Paul in 2 Jordan CP3 7 AEs, and Steph Curry in the Under Armour Clutch Fit. Steph Curry's signing to Under Armour was arguably the biggest news of the offseason, and when we caught up with him earlier this season, he discussed being impressed with the brand by doing his research over the summer. However, he was first warmed up to UA by an unlikely source and former teammate in Kent Bazemore.
I was the first one to know, because Chris Stone, who's the head of marketing for Under Armour, I was kind of like the middleman. Every time I talked to him, he was like, "Man, what's Steph doing, man? What you talking about?" I was like, "Dog, leave me alone about Steph. Like, it's gonna work out." And Steph was traveling. It was all in Tanzania. All the different parts of the world. Doing this thing. And he got back. He texted me like, "Bro, I'm gonna do it." It was a leap of faith for both sides. Him as well as Under Armour, because they didn't know which direction they were going in this year. And then with him, by him being an all-star, like, took them to a whole new level, so it's been great.
I saw how they treated him all year, the love they showed him. To get a vote of confidence from the leadership at Under Armour and his experience was good to know from a guy that you see every day. To know that he not just the contract he signed, but he thoroughly enjoyed and genuinely enjoys representing the brand. He had a lot to do with it for sure. To kind of go through the summer interview process and presentations and all that, and see what was coming up product-wise, and they definitely wowed me. So hopefully we kind of demonstrated that this year so far since I've been with them, and looking forward to the next step.
UA did a lot of the work, basically by taking care of me last year. I didn't even get drafted, and the amount of gear and how many new pair of shoes I was getting a week. It was kind of overwhelming, so he saw the situation I was in, the love I was getting, and it made it a lot easier for him to just come on over. But this summer, UA took a great step, as far as like colorways, each shoe having its own meaning, and they got a lot more stuff they're gonna do with him. So it's a beautiful thing.
You got the kind of duality going on with the SC and the 30. Hopefully, it's gonna stick. We use it everywhere. Hopefully, be on signature shoes next year.
Well, we've seen the Kicks on Court highlights on the West Coast, but let's now check out the happenings on the East Coast. In the Hawks-Pacers series, Paul George debuted 3 new Nike Zoom Crusader PEs through 3 games, and Hawks forward DeMarre Carroll wore the Nike Air Bacon Retro in the Miami Heat version of the gloves. The 2-7 matchup saw King James break out 2 unseen LeBron 11 elites, while Dwayne Wade laced up an all-black Web Wade 2, and Kemba Walker made his playoff debut in a blue and orange Under Armour and Atomic Spawn. Jordans dominated the court in the first 2 games of the Nets vs. Raptors series as Amir Johnson sported the Black Cement 3, Andre Blatch wore the Gamma Blue 11, and Terrence Ross laced up the bright crimson Air Jordan 3 and the steel Air Jordan 10. And lastly, the Wizards backcourt of John Wall and Bradley Beal wreaked havoc in the Adidas Crazy Quick 2 Low and the Nike Zoom Hyper Rev, respectively. Now, earlier we highlighted Steph Curry's debut in the Under Armour Clutch Fit, but let's now take a quick up-close look at the shoe and Curry's new logo with Golden State's equipment manager, Eric Hausen.
This is the Under Armour's new shoe for Steph for the playoffs, the Clutch Fit SC. He was originally in Atomics, moved to this for the playoffs, loves it, loves both shoes actually. I got it about 6 weeks ago. He got to wear test it for a while before he got his custom colorways in, and yeah, he wore them for the first 2 games, the black one.
Yeah, and I also see he has his new logo on there. That's
yeah, SC30, pretty cool logo that Under Armour's developed for him, along with his agency. They've been great, phenomenal. Everything that they do for him and customizing the shoe and tweaking it here and there for him. And both shoes are really, really good, but this will be his shoe throughout the playoffs. They're working on some new designs, so we'll see what they got, what Under Armour's got coming for them.
Well, we've seen what the pros brought out for the playoffs, but let's now check out my fave 5 of your kicks on court. C. Washburn wore the Jordan Superfly 2 PO, Mike Correa laced up the Galaxy Kobe 7, and Mr. King Bentley sported a gray Adidas Crazy Light 3. Ayo Jers laced up the Raptors Jordan Melo M10, and coming in at number 1 is Janan G. Waping, who rocked the Nike Zoom Kobe 2. Well, as always, thank you guys for tuning in each and every Friday for your Kicks on Court coverage here. I'm your host, George Kill, and before we close, check out our Heat highlight of the week. Jeff Teague toys with Evan Turner on the wing in his Adidas D-Rose 4.5.
Here's Teague. Crosses over Turner, wow, and steps back. That was pretty.
Wow.
Jeff Teague makes it a 9-point advantage for Atlanta.
He beats you so consistently off the dribble, right, that when he makes that attack dribble, you just automatically sink a little bit.